Warriors, the world is going to end on December 21st, 2020. It's over. We've heard this many, many times. December 21st, 2020. I heard the date come up 3 times in the last 3 weeks, and you know me. I went down the rabbit hole and connected the dots. And what I found is short of remarkable. December 21st, 2020. The world is ending. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. I come here with unedited videos, education. I just share with you guys the knowledge that I'm finding out in this beautiful internet of web of things, internet of things, and I share it with you guys. So I'm bringing new videos, 1 to 2 a day, and just sharing information. That's all it is. You have the right to do this as well, warriors. I'm teaching you that you have the power inside of you to accomplish great things. And I don't ask you to believe a word I say. What I ask you to do is to listen, let it resonate or not resonate, and then do your research. And the way you should always make decisions is from the right hemisphere of the brain. Meditation, breathing, high intensity training, gut health, fasting, and then make decisions. Then do your research. So this research comes to me through my deep meditation, high intensity training, high vibration living, gut health, and fasting. It's how I live my life. It's how I train my warriors. So if you like this type of content, make sure you hit that notification button. I'm going to do a YouTube video once or twice a day. So let's go down this rabbit hole. The world is ending on December 21st, 2020. So I'm going to break this down all the way till the end. You're going to want to wait till the end, okay? So let's start with Forbes magazine, and let's look at some of the dates here, guys. So this was on, I think this was on 2018. So this is August 13th, 2018. So the narrative has been rolling out over and over and over. And again, you're going to want to wait till the end because I'm going to talk about March 1504. Does that resonate with you? I'm going to block it over here. March 1504. Start to get your thinking cap on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect astrology and information that we're hearing right now. Now you're going to start hearing a narrative on TikTok and all around that the world's going to end on December 21st, 2020. And it is. But let's break this down. The fourth industrial revolution is here. Are you ready? This was Forbes magazine, August 13th, 2018. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is if you look at the 1984 or 1988 cover of The Economist magazine, there's some homework to do. Comment below once you find it. Tell me what you find on there. Look at the cover. It's either 1984 or 1988 Economist magazine. I'll tell you what you're going to find. You're going to find a phoenix rising from the ashes, money burning underneath it, and it holding a coin. And it says we will be moving to a new currency on 2018. Interesting. Fourth industrial revolution is here. Are you ready? We are on the cusp of the fourth industrial revolution, or industry 4.0. It's quite different than the 3 industrial revolutions that preceded it. Steam, water, power, electricity, and assembly lines, and computerization, because it will even challenge our ideas about what it means to be human. What is the fourth industrial revolution? The fourth industrial revolution describes the exponential changes to the way we live, work, relate to one another due to adoption of cyber physical systems. The Internet of Things, they talk about that in cryptocurrency all the time, and the Internet of Systems. As we implement smart technologies into our factories and workplaces, connected machines will interact, visualize the entire production chain, and make decisions autonomously. The revolution is expected to impact all disciplines, industries, and economies. Well, in some ways, in its extension of the computerization of the third industrial revolution, the digital revolution, going into internet, due to the velocity scope of the system impact of the changes of the fourth industrial revolution, it is being considered a distinct era. Let me repeat that. The fourth industrial revolution, the changes of the fourth industrial revolution is being considered a distinct era. We're literally going to distinct the way that we live, warriors. Okay, so I'm going to read that. I read that part of the article. Now let's go into the World Economic Forum. Now you realize the World Economic Forum is meeting rapidly right now. They're constantly meeting, and there's some of the world's biggest leaders making decisions for our planet and how we live as humans. 13 signs of the fourth industrial revolution is already here. Now this was on September 11th, 2015. Okay, look at the narrative, guys. 2015. That other article was in 2018. I'm going to keep going down the rabbit hole with you guys. Okay, here we go. Number one is implementable and wearable technologies. iWatches. But we question this stuff, and we're saying, oh, we don't want to change, we don't want to change. But as you're talking into your iWatch, you're wearing a Fitbit. You don't question these things, but it's actually happening to you already, slowly but surely. Number two, our digital presence. And just 10 years ago, a digital presence meant having an email address. Think about that. This is in 2015, they're saying that. 10 years ago, a digital presence was having an email address. Now even your grandparents have a Facebook page, Twitter account, and personal website. By 2025, 80% of people across the world will have a digital presence, according to 84% of the experts we surveyed. Number three, vision and new interface. If, like me, you unfortunate enough to need glasses from a young age, you'll remember the relentless taunting, from classmates. But by 2025, we besculate folks could be the coolest kids on the block. 86% of those surveyed think that 10% of reading glasses will be connected to the internet. Whoo-wee! Number four, ubiquitous computing. Number five, a supercomputer in your pocket. Last year, global mobile penetration, this is in 2015, stood at 50%. According to 81% of those surveyed, within the next decade, 90% of the world will be using smartphones. We know that. We're already, this is 5 years later, and we're all stuck to our phones looking at TikTok. Storage for all. Digital hoarders, rejoice. You can continue producing vast quantities of content without having to worry about where it's stored. By 2025, 90% of experts we interviewed said most of it will be in a free digital storage. Number seven, the Internet of Things. Glasses, clothing, accessories. With increasing computer power and falling hardware prices, we can connect almost anything to the internet within the next decade. There'll be 1 trillion sensors connected to the Internet of Things, according to 89% of respondents. The opportunities and development will provide an almost limitless connected sensors will improve safety. Okay, think about crypto, VeChain, boost productivity and help manage other resources efficiently and sustainable. Smart cities and smarter homes. It's coming, warriors. The big data for big insights. Robots, decision making, and the world of work. Your life and your job is going to change rapidly, warriors. This is 5 years ago. We are now experiencing what they were saying 5 years ago. This is happening. You're going to trip. The world is going to end on December 21st, 2020. Wait till the end. The rise of digital currencies. Today, only small fraction of the world's GDP, this is 2015, 0.025, is held on the blockchain. Go take a look at what's been happening the last year. The sharing economy. When April Ryan, a sharing economy expert, came to the Davos 2 years ago, very few people knew the concept. Whenever we asked anyone I met if they've heard of the phrase, I would receive blank stares. Today, Uber, I've said this, Uber and Airbnb, two of the most well-known sharing economy firms. I've said we've gone from hotels to Airbnb. I've said, you've watched my videos, I said we went from taxis to Ubers. We went from having a car to renting it on Turo. We are moving to this rapidly. I've seen this for 9 years, warriors. I started to see the changes rapidly. 3D printing. People have 3D printers in their homes right now. This is in 2015. Okay, so here's how you know the world is going to end. So I'm going to show you, this is what they're saying in the physical world. Here's what's happening in the cosmos spiritual world, right? There is something cosmic happening on December 21st, 2020. Here's how you know the world is going to end. Then we're going to watch the Great Reset video 5 months ago, and then I'm going to show you something that happened in March 1504. If you know what it is, comment below right now. This isn't nothing new. Humans do the same stuff all the time. The cosmic and spiritual significance of December 21st, 2020. There's so much to unpack about this ultra magical date. I'm sure that as we move closer to the time, it's right now October 26th, they'll have more insights on what's to come. We are able to feel with greater ease that there's not just beings on Earth, but beings of the Earth, okay? So let me skip down here really quickly, okay? The opening of this portal will allow streams of light frequencies, energies to reach the planet. Okay, what's happening is, let me read exactly what's happening here, sorry. I should have had this prepared for you guys. So solstice, where are we at here? So basically, Jupiter and Saturn are moving into Aquarius. So they're coming into Aquarius, right? This hasn't happened in 200 years, this type. It will be a change of energy. It's not going back, guys. So we're moving from Earth, Capricorn, to Aquarius. We're moving from Capricorn to Aquarius. That is happening. It is a shift. So we're not dying, warriors. The world is not ending. You're not dying. What's happening is we're moving from Earth energy to airy energy. Air, technology, quantum. So we're moving from buildings to understand the quantum mechanics of the buildings. It is a huge change. And here's the great thing, warriors. We get to experience it here on Earth. Think about it. This hasn't happened for 200 years. We get to experience this. So if you're ready for it, if you're prepared for it, warriors, if you're highly awakened and you're aligned and you're at a high vibration, it's going to affect you positively. If you're at a very low vibration, you're going to feel it. You're just going to get more of that. So you're not going to die physically. We are moving though. So this is the biggest thing. The solstice is also the start of a new season depending on where in the world you live. A new season always brings transition of energy. I can't even pronounce that word. As a pagan festival celebrated on December solstice, it was meant to be the remnants of the golden age, at a time where peace and earth there was peace, earth, and Saturn was our sun. The December solstice was chosen for this day, and it was said to signify return of light. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper into this. So what does this mean? So this is really happening, guys. This is astrology. This is happening, right? So you can take out, religion, take out any stuff. Astrology, this is happening. We are moving from Capricorn energy to Aquarius energy. So that's happening in our solar system, okay? The opening of this portal will allow streams of light frequencies and energies to reach the planet. Okay, and channeled messages. Oh, I'm not gonna go into that. Okay, I want to give you guys the facts of what's happening. This is because this is can be construed as like pie in the sky type stuff, but this is actually what's happening. So let's go into this really quick. I had something really good to show you guys. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to show you guys. I want to give you the facts of what's happening with Aquarius, right? What type of energy shift is it? Because if I read you the stuff on here, I believe in this type of stuff. I don't want you to get lost in the fact that somebody's giving you their opinion. I want you to get lost in the fact that we are moving energies. And so it's not by chance that they're moving us to the fourth industrial revolution. It's not chance that they had 13 signs that we're moving to the fourth industrial revolution. It's not by chance that we're moving to the quantum financial system. It's not by chance that there's been a pandemic that's locked us down to move us quickly and rapidly into that system. So what you can guarantee you're going to see after the 21st is a rapid change, a rapid change in energy, in the way we do our finances, and the way we do our healthcare. And it could be a very positive thing once all the dust settles, okay? There's a lot to debate about the age of Aquarius begins and whether we are already in the age of Aquarius. I believe we are at a transition point where we're moving out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. The Grand Conjunction is a key point on the transition into the age of Aquarius, as it's destined to bring many ages of Aquarius themes into our lives. Under the Grand Conjunction, we could see a shift into more community-based living. I'm going to show you a video on the Great Reset. Rather than looking at the big governments or big businesses we support, we could instead turn to smaller, community-run organizations and small businesses. There could be a greater focus on this idea that we all thrive when we collectively thrive together, rather than a focus on individuals trying to compete with another to get to the top. What do I keep saying? The even playing field, the Great Reset. Trump said it. They've all said it. All of them said it. The greats have said it. Or the great leaders, the leaders of our time, or our leaders right now. I'm so pumped up. They've said the Great Reset, even playing field. It says right here, there could be a greater focus on the idea that we all thrive when the collective thrives, rather than focus on individuals trying to compete against another to get to the top. The Grand Conjunction happening in the Earth signs these last 200 years has pushed our focus towards ambition, big government, and big business. It has made us focused on material wealth and possessions and creating and building tangible things for our future. The Grand Conjunction, now switching to air signs, will give us more focus towards a collective and more community-based approach. Humanitarian efforts will be the important, and technology will be favored. We will see more things created online than in the physical world. One of the even deeper levels, the Grand Conjunction of 2020, could allow us to see that we are all truly connected. It will start to open up our minds to a higher level of consciousness that understands that there is no separation between us. I'm liking this, okay? So I'm liking this part of it. The Grand Conjunction in Aquarius can bring ideas of the more community-based living, where we are all seen as equals and where there is focus on everyone thriving rather than just a few individuals. Woo, man, spiritual significance of December 21st, 2020. All the cosmic energy this year has been leading us to closing of a massive karmic cycle of the planet. Wow, think about Noah. Think about all these things happening in history. A karmic cycle of the planet. At this portal, on the total solar eclipse opens up, intensifies under the Grand Conjunction, we'll be able to step into a new Earth. I'm going to stop right there, Warriors. I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to show you this video. And I've showed this one many times to you guys. This is June 30th, 2020. So think about everything I just said about the new fourth industrial revolution, the quantum financial system. So I ask you, Warriors, where would you invest? Where would you invest right now? Let's just watch this after knowing what's happening on December 21st, 2020, looking at what the World Economic Forum is saying about the Great Reset and the fourth industrial revolution. And what I just said about the shift from Capricorn to Aquarius to air from Earth. Watch this. Okay, let's pause for just a moment. Let's think about what was just before this. Okay, they showed houses, they showed industrial, they showed like a construction equipment. They showed a lot of chaos. They showed our old world, right? They just hit a reset button on the computer. Now open up your eyes and watch what's happening. Watch the shit. Watch it. Watch. Boom, here we go. Everyone has a role to play. What do we say is going to happen? We come together as one. Technology, energy, space, Aquarius, air, light, love. Did you see the shift, Warriors? Did you see that? Those who have eyes to see will see. Those who have ears to hear will hear. Well, let's walk through. This is just going to be for fun. This is just going to be for fun. Because we all learned about Christopher Columbus in history class, right? Well, let's talk about what happened and what Christopher Columbus did in March 1504 with the lunar eclipse. Okay? A lunar eclipse occurred on March 1st, 1504, visible at sunset for Americans and later overnight for Europeans in Africa. A near sunrise over Asia. Christopher Columbus, in an effort to induce the natives of Jamaica to continue provisioning him and his hungry men, successfully intimidated the natives by correctly predicting a total lunar eclipse. March 1st, 1504, visible on the evening of 29th of February in the Americans using the ephemeris of the German astronomer. Okay, check this out. So on June 30th, 1503, Christopher Columbus beached his two last caravels and for his end was stranded in Jamaica. The indigenous people of the island welcomed Christopher Columbus and his crew and fed them. But after 6 months, the natives halted the food supply. Columbus had one board of Almec, authored by Abraham Zucchero, and astronomical tables covering the years 1475 to 1506. Upon consulting the book, he noticed the date and the time on the upcoming lunar eclipse. He was able to use this information to his advantage. He requested a meeting for that day with the, I can't pronounce that, the leader, so the leader of the tribe, and told him that God was very angry with the local people and the treatment of Columbus and his men. Columbus said God would provide a clear sign of the displeasure by making the rising full moon appear inflamed with wrath. The lunar eclipse and the red moon appeared on schedule, and the indigenous people, not having the knowledge that Christopher Columbus had, think about this, I'm going to go deeper to this, were impressed and frightened. The son of Columbus, Ferdinand, wrote that the people, with great howling and lamentation, they came running from every direction to the ships, laden with provisions, praying, admiral, into the indices by all means with God on their behalf, that he might not visit upon the wrath. So Christopher Columbus used his deep knowledge of astrology. As they looked this way, they manipulated him this way. And through their manipulation and falsifying the news, they were able to get the people to give them what they wanted. So here we are, warriors. We're moving to the fourth industrial revolution. We are moving into the new quantum financial system. On December 21st, 2020, we're moving from Capricorn to Aquarius, a brand new energy. You can't stop the freight train, warriors, but you can prepare yourself. That's what we do, is we teach our warriors to think for themselves. So your first step, warrior, is to join our free Facebook group down below. If you're ready to jump right in to our self-paced program where you can learn what I train the private warriors on, an 18-week program, and I show you exactly what I'm doing as I invest in the new quantum financial system, I'm not going to miss the Great Reset. I'm going to create freedom for my family and everyone around me, to include you if you're one of my warriors. It's time, warriors. The information is here. And as we're asleep, there's something big happening, warriors. So those who call me crazy will see within a year of what I'm talking about. So the world's not going to end on December 21st, 2020. The world is going to be completely different as you know it. I expect to see you on the other side. Warriors, rise! You can activate today and start tomorrow. Let's go.